What if the real difference between the top 1% and everyone else isn't how much they earn, but how they think about money? Managing your money like the top 1% isn't just about earning more. It's a deep personal shift, a change in how you see yourself, your time, and how value really works in the world. Most people get stuck trading hours for dollars without ever stepping outside that cycle. But the 1% have cracked a different code. They make money work for them, not the other way around. Today, let's explore how you can adopt that mindset and move toward financial freedom, starting now. Welcome to Smart Money Insights Lab. Here, we simplify money, saving, investing, budgeting, debt, and long-term wealth. No hype, no confusing terminology, only practical strategies you can apply in real life. So let's explore how the wealthiest thinkers approach money and how you can apply the same principles. The first principle is money as life energy. The first big idea to grasp is that money is really your life energy. Every paycheck reflects hours of your limited, precious time on this earth. But here's what most people miss. Your real hourly wage is often much lower than your salary suggests. Think about all the hidden costs of working. The commute, the extra meals you grab because you're too tired to cook, the clothes you need to wear, even the mental drain of unwinding after a long day. When you subtract all that, your pay per hour looks very different. Once you see money this way, every purchase gets new meaning. Before you buy something, ask yourself, is this really worth those hours of my life I had to trade? That shift alone changes how thoughtfully you spend. The second principle is assets versus liabilities. Here's a simple but powerful rule the 1% live by. They only buy assets. Assets put money in your pocket, things like stocks, bonds, or rental properties. Liabilities take money out. Think credit card debt or loans. And here's a surprise, your home isn't always an asset. While it might feel like one, it often drains your money through taxes, insurance, and upkeep. The wealthy focus on growing their assets so their money can work for them, even when they're sleeping. The third principle is invisible wealth. There's a big difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich is visible. Luxury cars, designer clothes, big houses, things people can see. But wealth is invisible. Wealth is the money you don't spend. It's the savings and investments quietly growing in the background. The 1% understand that spending money to look rich often keeps people financially stuck. Instead, they control their ego. They save not just what they can, but what their ego allows. Because real wealth buys something far more valuable than status. It buys freedom. The freedom to control your time. And time is the most valuable luxury of all. The fourth principle is transitioning to the creative plane. Most people approach money like a competition. They try to win by earning more than others. But many wealthy individuals think differently. They focus on creating value. Instead of asking, how can I make more money? They ask, how can I contribute more value to the world? This leads to two important principles. First, create, don't compete. Focus on solving problems and helping others. Second, the use-value rule. Every transaction should create genuine value for someone else. When you consistently create value, opportunities, partnerships, and income naturally follow. This mindset doesn't just grow wealth. It builds networks, resources, and relationships that compound over time. The fifth principle is investing with a margin of safety. Another principle the 1% follow is investing with caution. They understand that the future is uncertain. Markets fluctuate. Economies change. Unexpected events happen. That's why they always build a margin of safety. This includes maintaining emergency savings, avoiding excessive debt, living below their means, making investments that leave room for error. Their focus isn't on gambling for big wins. Instead, they prioritize survivability. Avoiding major mistakes is often more important than chasing huge returns. Because wealth grows best through long-term compounding, patience and consistency over time. The final goal is the crossover point. Ultimately, managing money like the 1% isn't about reaching a flashy number. It's about reaching the crossover point. This is the moment when your investment income becomes greater than your expenses. When this happens, something powerful changes. You're no longer forced to trade time for money. Work becomes optional. To reach this point faster, you need two things: growing income from assets and clearly defining what enough means for you. When your investments support your lifestyle, you gain something incredibly valuable: autonomy, the ability to choose how you spend your time. So managing your money like the 1% starts with a few key principles. Respect your life energy. Understand assets versus liabilities. Build invisible wealth. Create real value. Invest with a margin of safety. And aim for the crossover point. Because in the end, wealth isn't just about money. It's about reclaiming control over your time and your life. And that might be the most valuable investment of all. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Smart Money Insights Lab, and I'll see you in the next video.